Most people know how to write a decent AI prompt, but others are already building AI agents. And you're thinking, am I already behind? There is a chasm between being an average AI prompter and an entrepreneur who operates their entire business with only AI. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you how to cross that chasm with a 3-stage AI learning roadmap, all through the lens of agentic thinking. I've watched hundreds of smart people who never think beyond prompts. The AI learning roadmap I'm about to share is built from watching those who have actually crossed that chasm. After watching this, you'll stop thinking in terms of just prompts and start thinking in terms of AI workers. And when you are ready to actually build or hire AI agents, you will be far ahead of 99% of the people. Let's start with stage 1. Define your AI workers. You will never write a job posting that only says analyze this data and create a report by end of day. And yet, when most people open ChatGPT or Claude, that's exactly what they type. Learning AI today means thinking in terms of a job to be done by AI workers, not prompts. Here's how to define your AI workers in 2 steps. Step 1. Decide how many AI workers does this job need. Think about how a real team works. A writer doesn't edit their own copy. A designer doesn't write code. Each person owns one lane and the lanes don't overlap. Step 2. Decide what they are going to do in terms of tasks. A well-defined task consists of 3 things. 1. The input, meaning what this worker is starting with. 2. The output, exactly what it needs to hand off when it's done. And 3. The standard, what makes that output good enough to pass to the next worker. Now here is how it looks in real life for a job of writing a business plan. Worker number 1, you are a researcher. Pull out the 5 most useful facts. No writing, just bullet points. Worker number 2, you are a writer. Turn those bullets into a first draft, 800 words in my style. And worker number 3, you are an editor. Cut this draft by 20%. Kill anything that's vague. So far, you have defined the workers and their tasks, but your AI worker is still working in vacuum. Just like an employee needs access to a computer, software, and company knowledge base to be productive, your AI worker needs the same thing. Stage 2 is called arm the AI worker. But most people confuse this step with just giving context. So they open custom instructions in ChatGPT or Claude and dump in a pile of information about themselves. That's not enough. That's like handing a new hire a folder of company policies on day 1 and expecting them to do their job. Real AI workers need to be wired with 2 things from the ground up. First, the connectors. Let's take the scenario where you need to send a follow-up note to your last 10 potential clients. But the problem is that the emails sit in Gmail and the customer data sits in your CRM, which is customer relationship management software. And you don't want to copy and paste data from both places every single time. So how do you solve it? Well, have your AI worker, let's call it the lead gen worker, connect to Gmail using the built-in Gmail connector inside your ChatGPT or Claude. Then have it connect to the CRM through its own built-in connector. And now it can pull all 10 leads from the last week. But your AI worker still doesn't have the second critical piece it needs, which is the context to do its job well and this job only. For example, it doesn't know what a warm lead is versus a cold one, what a good follow-up email sounds like, when to back off. You give context to your AI worker by writing it down once in a place the AI worker checks before it does anything else. For example, the instructions field of a custom GPT or the project instructions in a Claude project. Now, in your stage 1, you built your team of AI workers. In stage 2, you gave them tools and a job-specific context. But there is still a human sitting in the middle of every handoff, and that is you, still opening 3 windows, copying outputs, pasting them into the next one. So how do you take yourself out of the picture as much as possible? And that is stage 3, where you automate and orchestrate your AI workers. But most people treat automation like a light switch. They take themselves completely out of the loop immediately. The result? They lose control and visibility. But here is the right way to do it. Think of automating AI workers as climbing a ladder with 3 levels. Level 1 is human is the loop. Let me explain. This is where you are right now, doing every handoff yourself. Level 2 is human in the loop. The AI worker does the job but stops and waits for your approval at the step that actually matters. For example, before it hits send or before it deletes anything, it will ask you. Level 3 is human on the loop. The AI worker runs the whole thing on its own, and you are just watching from a distance, stepping in only if something looks wrong. And that's exactly what a tool like Claude Cowork is built for. It moves you from level 1 to level 2. Remember the lead gen worker from stage 2? You tell Cowork, pull last week's leads from the CRM, draft the follow-ups in Gmail, but check with me before anything is sent. One disclaimer, climbing all the way to level 3, which is the human on the loop, across your whole business means using commercial orchestration platforms. But for now, a tool you already have, like Cowork, can get you started. Most people, when they try to learn AI, think in terms of tools. That's like building a house by shopping at Amazon or Home Depot for hammers and drills. What you actually need is a construction crew and blueprints. Imagine you are the general contractor. Stage 1 helps you decide who you need on the job: the architect, the electrician, the plumber. Stage 2 gives your crew the blueprint, the tools, and the materials for their part. Stage 3 lets you step back from the site so the crew can actually build while you monitor. But crossing the chasm from prompting to AI agents is only the start. You still need to learn which parts of your business or your job are actually worth handing to an agent. You still need to learn the ins and outs of AI agents without turning yourself into a full-time coder. I break all of that in my next video. Keep watching. I'm here for you.